Good morning. I'm here to do the 10-minute video. Hope you're okay. Have you had a lovely Christmas and you're ready set up for this 10-minute yoga class with me. Let's start seated into your comfortable seated position, maybe taking easy pose, Sukhasana, bending the knees, or maybe half lotus if you prefer, taking one foot on top of the other thigh, or maybe taking your full lotus if you feel ready this morning. Just see which options you feel comfortable with. Let's close the eyes and start breathing. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Maybe taking second finger and thumb touching each other and the palm resting on the knee. Try to keep the inhales and the exhales the same length. Option to set an intention to your practice. Maybe it's for someone else that needs it, or maybe it's for yourself. And slowly open the eyes, gently let's start to mobilize. Open the wrists and close the wrists, mobilize the wrists and the hands. Rotate the hands one way and rotate the other way. And when you're ready, let's take an inhale, sit up tall, and exhale, walk the hands along the mat and stretch forward. Slowly take the hands behind the back, inhale, and exhale, arch back. Slowly come onto your knees. Let's take the hands aligned with the shoulders and the knees aligned with the hips. Inhale, start arching the back. And exhale, curling the spine, coming into cat posture. Inhale, arching cow. And exhale, curling, mobilizing the spine. Slowly, when you're ready, tuck the toes and lift the knees and come into a downward facing dog and start mobilizing the feet, pedaling the feet on the spot, inverted V shape, tailbone towards the sky. And slowly start walking the feet towards the hands, inhale. Maybe exhale, coming closer towards the thighs if you feel ready. Inhale, start gently, so carefully lifting up into standing. Lift up the arms. And exhale, optional to take an arch back. Let's come back to center, take the hands down on the mat and take your feet back, come into your plank. Lower down, knees, chin, chest on the mat. Exhale, keep the elbows in and relax the shoulders. Inhale, lift up into cobra or up dog. Exhale, roll toes, come into a downward facing dog. And slowly, when you're ready, step your feet forward in between the hands. Inhale, exhale, maybe reach a little bit closer towards the thighs. And slowly inhale, peel up into standing. Lift up the arms. Maybe exhale, take your arch. Slowly release back to center. And come into Tadasana, palms facing forward. When you're ready, step your right foot back and open up into Warrior Two. Take your front knee aligned with the front ankle. Take your arms parallel towards the mat. And open up the hips towards the side. When you're ready, inhale, take your left forearm on top of the front thigh. Lift your upper arm up over the head, extended side angle, stretching the side from the body. Straight line from finger to toe, unless you're taking your half binds or your full binds, optional. If you're new, just stay in your first variation. When you're ready, inhale, lift up back to center. Take your right hand on top of the back thigh. Lift up your other arm, either stay there. If you feel comfortable to reverse your warrior, reverse your warrior. Inhale, lengthen your top arm, and exhale, arch back. Slowly come back to center and turn your feet to the other side. Come with your left foot back. Open up the hips again towards the side. Float into warrior 2. Front knee aligned with the front ankle. Virabhadrasana 2. Right forearm on top of the front thigh. Extend it, side angle, lift up the other arm over the head. Stretch side of the body, look underneath top arm. Either stay there or else take your variations. Maybe you are used to taking your half bind. Maybe you feel comfortable with your full bind. If you're taking your full bind, lift up the chest and aim to stack the shoulders. Inhale, come back to center and take your left hand on top of the back thigh. Lift up your right arm and reverse your warrior optional. Inhale, extend your arm and exhale, arch back. When you're ready, let's come back to center. Take feet parallel to each other, facing the front side of the room in my case. Take the hands on the hips. Inhale. Come to your half fold, spine parallel towards the mat. Relax your shoulders. Exhale, maybe come to your full fold, reaching to your full fold. Maybe aiming to take the hips aligned with the ankles. Try not to shift towards the back or else towards the front. We're trying to keep our hips aligned with the ankles. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, folding a little bit more. See where it takes you. And slowly, when you're ready, let's lift up. Keep your feet where they are. Inhale, lengthen, and walk your hands towards one of the feet. And exhale, reach towards that extended leg, towards the side. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reaching. Slowly inhale, walk your hands back to center and then towards the other foot. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reaching towards the other leg. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, reach. When you're ready, start to walk the hands again towards your left foot. Take your hands either side of that front foot. Turn your feet to face the shorter side of the mat. Your right foot is back. Your heels are off the mat. When you're ready, take your hands towards the right side of the front foot and come into your lizard pose. Maybe staying there with your hands down, maybe coming into your forearms, or maybe treading your arms, in your case your left arm, underneath that front knee and taking your arms towards the side. Extend that back leg. If you feel uncomfortable with your knee off the mat, you can also drop the knee down on the mat. When you're ready, come back to center and slowly start to prepare for your pigeon pose. Take your left foot behind the right wrist and take your left knee behind the left wrist. Take your right hip to come towards the mat, pointing towards the mat. If it might try to lift up a little bit, try to maybe adjust your angle if you can, making a shorter angle, a smaller angle, so that your hip can come towards the mat. See where that takes you. Inhale. You can stay into a lifted pigeon. Today is a short class. Try to relax the shoulders. Inhale. And exhale, send the hip towards the mat. When you're ready, tuck your back toe and lift up back into that lunge with your hands down. Walk your hands towards the right foot and come back to lizard pose on the other side. Your hands are towards the left side of that Now front foot. Again, either stay there or else come onto your forearms. Or else tread underneath that front knee and open up the arms towards the side. And let's prepare to come back with the hands in the center and prepare to come into that pigeon pose. That that right foot is coming behind the left wrist and the knee is coming behind. The right knee is coming behind the right wrist. Try to keep that hip facing towards the mat, otherwise it might try to lift up. Again, adjusting that angle if you need to. Let's stay into our lifted pigeon pose today. Inhale. And exhale, relaxing that hip down. And slowly let's come back to center and prepare to come into a seated position today. When you're ready, let's hug the left knee. Let's take that left lower leg to hug into the chest, taking the knee towards the left elbow crease and the foot towards the right elbow crease. I am not mirroring here, I'm just using the same side as you for the purpose of today's class. You can stay there or else you can lift up that leg and take it into your 8 angle pose if you've got it in your practice. No pressure to take your arm balance today, but if you feel comfortable, take your arm balance by taking the feet towards the side. And when you're ready, let's come towards the other side. I am not saying the instructions for the 8 angle pose today, but if you want, you can stay in the other posture, hugging the knee into the chest. For the 8 angle, again, we can take that foot, that leg behind the shoulder and take it, the leg towards the side, but the full instructions are not there because the class is quite small today. Let's come back into seated position and option to take your back bend, maybe taking your bridge, taking the soles of the feet on the mat, the knees pointing up and taking your spine down on the mat, taking the hands by the side of the hips and lifting up the hips of the mat, keeping the shoulders on the mat. Use the inhale to lift up the hips. You can stay there or interlace the fingers on top of the mat. When you're ready, relax your spine back down on the mat, hug knees into the chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Close your eyes. And slowly release down, lying down on the mat for Shavasana. Take the amount of time that you need to just relax your shoulders down. Take the palms facing up, preferably. If you're uncomfortable, take the palms facing down. Just stay for a few moments of stillness and let it go. Just take your time and when you're ready, lift up, back to seated. Namaste, thank you very much for joining with me today.